Hello, this video is aimed at stay-at-home parents. I use stay-at-home parents because I do know that there are some dads that do stay at home and raise the family and, well, deal with everything. You know, a stay-at-home parent, most often they're dealing with most everything. So the whole thing for me is simply that, stay-at-home parents, a lot of times they're very undervalued, or underappreciated, and most often it's really crazy because of the simple fact that they're at home every day, or they're tending to the home all the time, and that's where their primary focus and all their energy is. And a lot of times, they may feel unappreciated because when their spouse gets home, they say, well, okay, here, take the baby, feed him, whatever. I got the PJs and everything, so don't worry, I've taken care of everything else. This is all I need you to do. And then they wake up, and the house still looks like the same mess that was there last night. Toys are strewn everywhere. The babies sleep and all that, but maybe when they look at the baby, they can tell that the baby hasn't been changed since the last time they changed him, and it's really just, I can't imagine just the sheer that they must feel, because they only ask for some simple thing, and they just want their spouse to just deal with some of the things as they arise, because I'm tired, I've been at home all day, I need to sleep, and if anything, if you ask me, I understand that you're not a mind reader, but so anyway, the stay-at-home parents, I salute you, because you have a tough job ahead of you. You have a tough job because you devote so much to your family, and giving of yourself is not easy. It never is. And if there's a Purple Heart of parenthood, you definitely deserve it. But for the working spouse, the definite thing is you gotta communicate also. Communication can get so lost with when you're a new parent, or when you're parenting, because of the fact that all your energy is going towards your kids. But you have to understand that you have to make time for the both of you. That's a mistake that a lot of people make, and that's why they end up, many of them may end up divorcing, because they haven't devoted themselves to each other and the house. That can be a problem that can lead to divorce. Because you may not know how to get back on track. And a parent's job is never done, even if the kids are out of the house. But also for the working spouse, one thing that I keep hearing is words of affirmation and acts of service. They can be talking about, oh my goodness, I got so much to do. Honestly, I would say that if you want to help out, do so. But also, maybe for the stay-at-home parent, maybe a list might be something that you would want to do. And as you do things, you can get the list out and be like, okay, honey, this is the list. And then you both can empower each other as you both cross things off the list. And that can be something that can definitely help the both of you out as you go on, because I mean, there's nothing greater than being able to cross something off of a list, because it's an accomplishment. So as I said, I mentioned earlier that the working spouse, definitely communication is the key, but if you were to come home from work, decompress for a little bit, or just be like, honey, me and you, we're just gonna, take this hour, just to get out of the house for a while. The oldest, we're gonna leave them at the house, let's say, hell, at 11 and 12, I was the third parent, the babysitter. Okay, kids, you're going to clean up for this 1 hour. We're going to be out on the porch. We're going to be we're going to be like around the block. The neighbors will look in on you. But me and your mother, me and your father, or in my case, me and your father, we're going to be around the block, or we're going to be here. We're going to be there. Don't interrupt us unless something like crazy happens. But again, it's showing him or her appreciation, because that's what they need the most, because it's such a thankless job. It is such a thankless job. And they need to know that you appreciate them. If there's anybody in the world that they need to know appreciates them, it is their husband, it is their wife. That they have to know, you know what, I'm appreciated. And you need to take every single time that you can to appreciate that spouse. Because of the simple fact that they do such a thankless job and they put so much of themselves out there on the line every day. And they wear themselves thin. But also, stay-at-home spouse, understand, you need to learn how to say no sometimes. I'm getting on both of you. But this is also for me too. Because I want to make sure that when I get married and have kids and all that, that my guy isn't going to be sitting there saying, feeling unappreciated because all I do is work. You come home and sit down and just do nothing, or all I do when I get home is just work out. Okay, honey, what's going on? What do you need? You need anything from me? Okay, now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go exercise. You need anything else from me? Or even better yet, hey, find a way to exercise together maybe. Find ways in your ordinary daily lives to do things together, and I bet you things will definitely, the communication will start flowing. So I say, it has to be a partnership. It can't just be one of you. And one of you can't save your marriage by yourself. I will venture to say that because sometimes that's what it is. And I hate to see marriages break up. Period. But just understand that, you're both building something. And both of you are as responsible for its success or failure. But in the event that one partner isn't trying, they're more. In that case, the blame shifts on them for why it doesn't work. But communication is key. And if anything, finding things to do together during your ordinary day definitely helps, because that allows both of you to draw into one another. But understand that the two, you are that foundation that the kids need to stand on. So if you two don't have it together, then you and your kids won't have it together. And maybe that's a bit of a generalization and not completely true in some aspects, but understand that most times, that is the foundation that they have. So YouTube, Facebook, I'll see you later, and for all the stay-at-home parents, I salute you. Have a great day.